New ban list, PogChamp, new ban list, PogChamp. Oops. We forgot to ban the good deck. This one's kind of weird for me because, you were obviously supposed to ban the good deck. So if you're unfamiliar, Duel Links is in a really weird position. That position is the toilet. That's because currently there's only one deck worth playing. It's the new Stardust deck, and that's the result of an incredibly powerful skill and a bunch of cards that were not hit correctly on the most recent ban list that did hit all of the other viable decks. If you want to go to the tier list updates, let me see if I can find them. You can build Stardust to beat any deck in the game, so there's not much reason to play anything else right now. Okay, that's pretty interesting. You know, I'm happy to see that update. If we go to the one before that, that's the one that I really enjoy. That Duel Links Meta Snapshot. No. Speed metagame is horrendous. Okay, yeah, I wonder what that means. Tier list update. The year is 22XX. Everyone plays Stardust at task levels of perfection. Because of this, the winner of a match depends on the coin flip. The heads-tails metagame has evolved to ridiculous levels due to it being the only remaining factor to decide matches. Humanity has reached its pinnacle. The low-tier peasants are living in poverty. It seems like nothing can stop the great leader of 22XX, Yusei Fudo, and his army, the synchro monks who live in great monasteries where they levitate while synchro summoning with one hand and winning tournaments with the other. The tournament metagame has gotten to this point where everything is played out to theoretical perfection, so duelists flip coins and see who draws Dark Ruler no more, and that's the game. TLDR, Zion was right, Konami. Do something already. This one's good. No comment on the meta because there's nothing new to say about it, but just some advice. I tried to take a break from Duel Links and took last week off and felt more refreshed than ever. Try it out. Maybe the decrease in players logging in gives Konami some reason to do something. However, the decrease in tournament participants, the vibe I feel in our community is alarming and takes away every form of motivation in either competitive or casual ladder gameplay. Anyway, so new ban list. PogChamp, new ban list, PogChamp. First and foremost, a bunch of burn cards. They are slowly getting to every single burn card in the game to prevent any FTK whatsoever. Ancient Gear Explosive, 2-0. Chthonian Blast, 0. Zombie World to 1. Oracle of Zephyr to 1. These both make sense. The Zombie World to 1 here is specifically because the stupid fucking Stardust deck gets to AFD, and it can translate the AFD into any single field spell in the game. But one of the necessary cards in the deck is at 1, so anything that's at 1 they can't get. Previously, they did this to Necro Valley, and they were like, okay, I guess we will go for Zombie World. So, you know, we're just cycling through them, baby. Ghost Fairy Elphobia was good in, what is it, like Lyralisk? This is like an irritating card. Once per turn, you can reveal a wind monster in your hand until your end of your opponent's next main phase 1. Monsters with a level higher than the revealed monsters can't activate their effects. There was a period of time when people were trying to cheat this out in like Fluon Deriz, but I mean, just stop printing cards like this. Galaxy Journey is on here for one of the funniest reasons of all time. Special summon one of your banished light or dark monsters, and then if a face-up disease monster you control is banished while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, then target one of those monsters, special summon it. The card that they were getting back with this, I believe, is Mirror Jade. They were like, yeah, we're just using this to cycle Mirror Jade, which is like, okay. Like, I think that's actually fine, right? Yes. Ancient Gear Cannon is also for burn. And Synchro World. Each time monster synchro summon 2 signals on this card. Blah, 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 blah. You know, synchro-centric. To 2, we've got Hey Trunade going to 2 from 1. Now potentially playable because all the fucking good cards are 1. Shooting Quasar Dragon to 3, Stardust Synchron to 3, puts them in a position where they have to make decisions. Satellite Warrior to 3, Econ to 3. We are slowly going to unlimit this card in the year of our Lord 2027. CDI is now unlimited. Floodgate has moved from 3 to unlimited. And then here's the big ones, the skill changes. Princess Edina's Protection now has a clause on it that says you can't burn your opponent. And I think they worded it right this time. Like, instead of saying your opponent doesn't take effect damage and accidentally ruining Valmonica decks, it just says you can't deal effect damage, which, to be clear, is how they should have fixed all of these. Like, this is the Pot of Greed skill. It's the one that was always featured in these dumb fucking burn FTKs, so they're like, fuck it. Instead of playing, you know, whack-a-mole with burn cards, which we will do anyway, we just assume we'll miss some, let's put this backup clause on here. That's fine. That's okay. Rescue Rabbit Call, same deal. They're like, no more burn. No more burn. All right, and here's the important one. Bonds of the Converging Stars. Second effect now specifically adds Shining Star Dragon exactly instead of 1 copy of a tuner from your deck and a copy of Shooting Star from outside your deck. The third effect now plays 2 non-tuner Signer Dragons at random and 1 Tuner Signer Dragon instead of letting you choose 3 and doesn't bin 15 cards. So this is a big hit. All right, this is a huge hit because previously it would bin everything, which turns on a significant amount of power effects, including, I can't get to it now, but what, like Converging Wishes is the name of the card or whatever. It is just a different skill. Now here's the problem. It is still a really good skill. I may be alone in thinking this. This doesn't read to me like what they did to the Therion skill. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, this is totally unplayable now. There's no reason to do it. This, it'll take some tinkering, but I do think it's still quite strong. Now, is it strong enough to deal with the other decks in the format? You know, ideally the answer would be it will be on par with them, which I think is what they want. Like, this is kind of the hard line Konami has to walk here, is they want this deck to be playable. It's such a good sell to be like, there is a Stardust Dragon Junk Synchro deck that is top tier, but not by this much. We shall see. All I have to say is it's insanely funny that it took them an extra Banlist to do this. It's so fucking funny. And by the way, this tier list that has Destiny Heroes and Valmonica at tier 3, you will see a lot more decks emerge now that this deck has been cut down to size, just because these decks are being specifically played because of applications against this deck. There are a lot of decks that are innately very powerful, but just can't stand up to Stardust Synchron that aren't being played that now will be played. So, you know, we'll see. Quick deviation for Rush. Ah! This deck, man. Holy shit. I can't believe this is the deck. Worm Excavator of the Heavy Cavalry Draco. Can you imagine? And of course... Oh, thank God it doesn't play the card. I'm like, it plays every Knickerbocker card but the card. Whew. Thank God. Go Knicks. Knicks in 5. Which card? Don't worry about it. The joke is so bad. It's not even a joke. She just says it. I don't know. I'm going to say something about Rush Duel that you all might not like, though. Say something about Rush Duel that might get me canceled online. Epically canceled. Honestly, at least something changed. It feels like it's been the same, like, 6 decks for, like, a year. Like, fucking hell. At least there's a new thing happening. Like, oh my God, new deck is tier 1 by a large margin. That's fine. I would kill for new cards. Why is Spellcaster still on the list? This is year 3 of Spellcasters being on the list, by the way.